Hi class, welcome to BMGT 1327. This is Principles of Management. I want to do a little welcome video and a course introduction. Now I normally don't do that for my self-paced online courses, but I wanted to take the time during this pandemic to connect with my online students. Normally I'm on main campus and I'm running around like a chicken without a head because I also oversee a student-led organization as well as teach online and lecture in the classroom. So with me being able to lecture from home and work remotely, I have a little bit more time, and so I wanted to kind of personalize the course. So one of the things I want to cover is the mandatory assignments we have this week. So this week you're going to have the student introduction, and you're also going to have your syllabus quiz that is due on Sunday. Make sure that you get those two things done, because on Monday, I have to go in and report those who did not do those assignments as non-active. And what that does is the college will then remove you from the course. You will not be allowed to remain in the class. So make sure you get those two things done. For student introductions, you just have to pretty much introduce yourself, tell us about yourself, why you take the course, why you're interested in it. Share as much personal information as you feel that you want to, okay? It's a great way to network with your fellow classmates. And then you're going to respond to 3 other students. You know, just respond. There's no requirement of what you need to say. Just get to know each other. Learn about networking, okay? And then think about your own personal branding. Next, we're going to cover some of the things that are required in this class. So the book. So the book is through Cengage. However, do not go to the Cengage website, because if you go into the Cengage website and go through that route to get this book, they're going to ask you for a course key. I don't have a course key. The reason I don't have a course key is because it's built into this course. So you have to follow the directions that I have in the announcements, which is going through lessons and so forth. Once that second window opens, that's where the course key is connected. And that's where you will have the option to either purchase the ebook or to put your access code from buying it from the bookstore. Usually, it comes with a textbook and an access code, or you're welcome to just buy the access code from the bookstore and they'll email you it. It is mandatory to have the book in this course. Unfortunately, this is not an OER course, which is an open education resource course. I have a couple of courses that are, and what that means is that the book comes with the course and it's free of charge. Eventually, we'll get to working on this one, but maybe a little late to you guys. Next one covered is discussion boards. So you have 4 discussion boards in addition to your student introduction. Now, the important thing about discussion boards is you need to pay attention to the word count and make sure that your initial thread is meeting those requirements. But not only that, but guys, you're going to give your opinion. So you're going to have 3 options. You're going to read a scenario, and then they'll give you 3 options. Kind of like, I don't know how many of you are about my age, but do you remember those choose your own adventure books? It's kind of similar to that is what I look at it as. So you're going to get a scenario, and then you're going to get 3 options. What would you choose? So you're going to go ahead and choose the outcome. Now remember, not all 3 of them. It's not like this is right, this is wrong. Don't think about that. You go with what you know. And so you go ahead and choose the one you want, and then you're going to explain why you chose that route. And remember, not just your opinion, but give me some backup of the book. In other words, reference the textbook, use the terminology to support why you chose that avenue or that answer or that decision, okay? At the same time, you're going to respond to 3 other classmates. Again, do not put, I agree, you did a great job, and then repeat exactly what they said or paraphrase it, okay? That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for you, if you agree, great, agree, but why? Why do you agree? Add something to the conversation. Add something to the fellow students' discussion board thread. And if you disagree, same thing. Support why. Again, reference the book. Guys, I can't tell you over and over. If you want full points on these, reference the book. I look for the book. Okay. You're welcome to use MLA or APA format. Now, it doesn't have to be perfect. I do understand this is a freshman, sophomore level course, so I'm not going to expect you to have senior or grad school level APA or MLA. Again, I want to see you make an effort towards it, okay? Next is going to be case studies. So you have 2 case studies in this course. If you go to the case studies link, you're going to see there's a format. You must follow the format, guys. I will take points off if you don't follow the format. Now, on the format is going to ask you for a summary. What I don't want you to do is pretty much retell me the case study. I want you to give me the bullet points, okay? Give me those meat and potatoes, the who, what, where, when, why. The summary should not be more than 3 to 4 sentences. And then, yes, you will follow the format, which is the first line will be question number 1. You'll write out question number 1, and then you'll write your response. And the same as the discussion boards, you're going to support your opinion with referencing the book and using terminology. There are certain key terminology that I'm looking for in these answers to these questions. So if it's going to ask you, what type of management style somebody used, you're not going to be like, oh, they used a great management style. You're going to use the terminology, the different types of management styles that you learned in the text from that chapter. Next, you're going to have 3 exams. And the way the exams work in the business department is that your first exam is going to cover, of course, the first couple chapters, and then the second exam usually covers about the middle chapter. Your third or fourth exam is going to cover the latter chapters, plus it's cumulative. And what that means is it's going to have a heavy focus. It's going to be heavily focused on the latter chapters. However, it's going to ask you questions on the whole entire book. So be ready. Don't just dismiss exam 1, exam 2, and think it's not going to affect you on exam 3. One of the new things that I am starting to do this semester with us being in the pandemic is a virtual office hour. Now, I've never done this for my online students, but I really want to be able to be accessible to you guys, right? I want you to have access to me if you have any questions. Now, granted, you can hit me up on the Blackboard Messenger and I can message you back. You can send me an email and I will send you an email back. From 8 to 5, Monday through Thursday, I will be carrying my phone, my laptop everywhere I go. So you should get a response within the hour, okay? On the weeknights, I do check my emails on my Blackboard once in the evening and sometimes twice. And then on the weekends, I only check once a day. Okay, so keep that in mind. So I have decided to do a virtual office for you guys on Mondays at 2 o'clock. So at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, I will log in to Blackboard and you'll see the link on your Blackboard course, and you are not mandated to come. You don't have to come at all. Okay, this is just that added value that I'm adding to the class. Okay, if you want to come and ask me questions, you want to hear what other students are asking questions, it may be just me and 1 student, it may be me and 10 students, it may be just me. Either way, I'm going to leave the course open whether anybody shows up or not. I just want you to have a direct avenue to me, to your other classmates, and be able to ask questions if you have any concerns. Now, of course, if it's a personal issue and you don't want the other classmates to know about it, then let's set up something one-on-one. Definitely don't want to do personal information in a group setting like that. But I'm going to see how this works out and see if you guys like it, okay? And then last I want to talk about is extra credit. Now, I did not put extra credit in the course yet. However, extra credit will be aligned with the student organization that I run on campus. Now, before the pandemic, only students that were on Central Campus could be members of Net Impact. Well, because now we're a virtual organization, it is now open to all CTC students, regardless if you're on campus or if you're in a different country. As long as you are enrolled in Central Texas College, you are eligible to be part of the student organization. So the student organization is called Net Impact. It's been here on campus for 24 years. It's previously branded a couple different times with name changes, but it's the same organization. And the students do is they create projects and they bring projects to fruition in the community to generate output and outcomes. And these are really great because you can put Net Impact on your resume as well as build a social resume. And I'll go more into detail on that when I hold my informational. So my information will be held on September 11th. September 11th, it's a Friday at 10:30. I'll go ahead and put the link to the WebEx, which is going to be a web conferencing call. And we're going to go over what it means or what it's about, what you get out of it, and I guess it'd be the benefits. And then also if you're interested, then you just fill out an application. So here's how it works with the extra credit. Each professor has different, I guess it would be different point systems on the extra credit they're going to provide. So Dr. Reese and Professor Ledger offer extra credit for being part of Net Impact because they know that the work that you do outside the classroom takes time, but it also knows that you're applying what you learned in the classroom. So with me, though, how it works is if you do 25 to 30 hours within your 8-week course, then you can exempt your A exam. Okay, so that means you take all your exams, your lowest score will exempt to give you a perfect score. Let's say exam 1, exam 2, you got perfect scores. So you won't have to take exam 3 because I will use your project hours to fulfill that requirement. So that's my way of doing extra credit. And you'll find out from Professor Ledger and Dr. Reese that they have a different way of doing extra credit, okay? As far as point-wise, but they give it to be in this organization. So that's pretty much all I want to cover today. I just wanted to do a brief, I guess it's 10 minutes, but a brief little introduction to the course, welcome you to the class. I look forward to the next 8 weeks, and I look forward to learning more about management.